Spoilers ahead for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean, Episode 3 and 4.
Yeah, this show is picking up. Like Episode 1 and 2, I wasn't 100% sure about. Episode 3, sold. Let's go.
And in this episode, I learned of a new prison rule that I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
So Jolene lets a cutesy blonde who's trying to extend her phone call borrow $1. It's like $1 might be very coveted in the prison scene, but I've never been to prison, so it's just $1, But there's a new prison rule that Jolene's cellmate that we learned of last time says, Don't lend money to anyone, or you'll be the prison money bitch, essentially.
This is a bit weird, but you guys remember the cellmate that first of all tried to kill her, tried to kind of enslave her as a pet, and then tried to kill her. Well, now she's helping her by being a narrative exposition plot point. And she says, trust me, everything I'm saying is for your benefit. Yeah, okay. But does the girl still have the power? Like, it feels like, because they're still roomies. Like, if she fell asleep, the girl could just shrink her and then hit her like a mallet or something. Like, she can still kill you, right? Like, I feel like you have to kill her. Like, there's no... You have to kill her and then hide the bodies using the string. You can't just let her walk around with that ghost thing ready to jump on you.
Right.
No. I mean,
we did get more cutesy girl voice in this one. The blonde who's asking for the money does baby voice. She's also a bipolar bitch, but then again, it is prison. She's there for a reason, right?
There's a strict set of rules, and if you don't act like a crazy asshole, then you're going to be attacked. And if you do, then they'll leave you alone.
Yeah,
it's the way I understood the rules. I mean, when the girl was like, "Hey, I need that $1 back," and she's like, "I'll get it when I get it," and then she hugged her and give me another $10. I don't know. I was like, oh man, this is going the right way here. This is gonna be my kind of show. But no, it just turned into a big. But then she had a really cool thing where she ground up a nickel or something and put it in her coffee. She used her string power to grind up a coin and put it in her coffee. And then she went into the bathroom, locked the door, and waited for her to start shitting herself. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. It wasn't straight action, which is which is one of my favorite things in anime. It was my other favorite things in anime, an awesome scheme.
The thing so it worked for Jolene, and then Jolene tells the other girl, so while cellmate is describing to Jolene what's going to happen to you if you lend people money and don't get it back, there's a girl off in the distance there getting slapped around and her money taken from her. So Jolene's idea is to do the same thing to another cellmate, another prison mate, and have the girl, kind of the weak girl, do the same thing. But what's going to happen is this girl, she walked away like it was all good. But
yeah, she doesn't have coin grinding powers.
Jolene ground another coin into the kind of the butch, bully chick coffee or whatever. And she wants the girl to go and do the same thing. But what's going to happen when this all ends is the girl's just going to get the shit kicked out of her. The weak girl's just going to get the shit kicked out of her when all this wraps up if she doesn't get out of the bathroom. Yeah. She's not strong enough to stand up for herself, right?
Yeah, standing up for yourself only works if you can follow through.
Yes. It's just going to piss the bully off more that she didn't get out of the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of bothers me in media. I'm sorry, if you're Danny DeVito in high school, you can't stand up to the high school football coach, to the high school football team. You're not winning that fight. It's just
right.
I hate it for you, buddy, but you better get real funny real fast.
Yeah, you can have a scheme that can get them back temporarily, but what's just going to happen is they're going to pull your underwear over your head and stuff you in a locker again.
Yeah, so
right back to it.
Well, yeah, because if she was planning on helping her do more schemes so that she seems like a threat, that makes sense. But I don't know, if your scheme results in someone being hung off the balcony and almost dying, that's what I would probably go for. Then I think you can scheme yourself there because I can beat him and take his money, but then he'll fucking kill me. I feel like you can do that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, you can, but she didn't have the wherewithal to make the scheme. It's not unless she like, the coin thing just inspires her and now she's like, I don't know, a kung fu ninja or something.
And you don't even have the option to kick him in the testicles. Like that's even a self-defense thing you can use. But
And then after that, the show moves into its first, I guess, big enemy. You see, and I thought this was like all like a magic power thing, but like she sees a baseball bounce across in front of a door, and then she sees a kid, and the kid's like,
yes,
"Don't go into the interrogation room. You'll meet a fate worse than death." And I thought, oh, someone else has a power, and they're like using it to like communicate with her, and she doesn't know if the kid's real either. And then they cut away to a dude in the shower. And did you notice anything weird about that guy? He had an ass like a rapper. Like, he was drawn so weird, and he's really it's in the frame for a long time.
right.
It's not like, so this is what that car guy meant when he said an ass like a 10-year-old boy.
Check out our episode for True Lies if you want to know what the hell we're talking about.
One of our
So,
funniest episodes, I think.
yes.
What I talk about, they're all hilarious.
Yeah.
And you can
Except
tell
in our
because we're
first
laughing at our own.
attempt today. That is a joke that will stay in house.
The things roll out just as the kid says, but she's like, "No, I think this is my mom visiting. I don't trust you, magic baseball kid,
Yeah.
running around a prison." I mean, not unreasonable, but also, maybe she had no reason to think it was her mother. I'm not sure if not going is the best option there. Like, your mom can come and visit again, right? But then again, did she really have an option? Because the guard didn't say, "Would you like to meet the thing?" He said, "Stand up, you're getting cuffed." So
Right.
I think all the warnings and stuff were just a way to kind of set it up and get the kid in the show because she was going in that room one way or another. It's like in the video games where it's like, this is a trap, I'm not going. Well, you can't progress in the video game without walking into the trap.
I have a question for you before
Yep.
we go into what's in the room. What's with the prison uniforms? I mean, I'm not complaining because the crazy chick's wearing a skirt and Jolene has like an open, like, what is this? It's like, oh, wear whatever you want as long as you put a prison shirt over the top of it.
That is some creative license for the Tatas. That's what
Yes.
it is. That
And you
is
can't sell fake Jolene Joestar figures if you don't, or sorry, Jolene Cujo figures if you don't have, some sort of appeal to it, right? If it's just a prison jumpsuit.
yeah, definitely like anime level flamboyance going on for prison uniforms. But she goes into the room and there's a guy there wearing a fucking cape. What year is this where you wear a cape? He looks like a Street Fighter character.
Yes, he is JoJo from Part 3, Stardust Crusaders.
Okay, see, I thought that he was the original JoJo, just like Immortal or whatever, because he looks just like from the first season.
Yeah.
Like Renaissance JoJo or whatever.
Yeah, I think he's the grandson of Jonathan Joestar or Joseph, whoever the fucking first one is.
Yeah, I
It's either
stopped watching.
Jonathan or Joseph.
Yeah, I stopped watching season 1 before like Power showed up. I think he was just using punches to defeat a vampire.
The character who's the villain so far in this is called John Gallier. He set up the entire thing that got Jolene locked away. Apparently the car that Romeo was driving hit an already dead body that flung it into the tree. Set up with the lawyer, all the stuff. One thing
There's
I
a whole
noticed.
bunch of coincidences needed for that because if she had a non-alcoholic beverage, he'd have been, "Hey, I'm thirsty, give me a drink." He would have taken a drink, and then Jolene would have seen someone throw a corpse at the car. Also, how'd they know what lawyer she was going to hire? Because she said you're not cheap, so she was paying for the lawyer. Like if she had a public defender, I'd be like, yeah, okay, but like she chose her own lawyer.
Yeah, and that begs the question as well. Why would
Why
you
did she
make her
choose an
pay
elf for a
for it?
lawyer?
Right, and why would you make her pay for it if you needed that lawyer for your plan? You're still gonna fucking make her pay the money. What if she decided, oh, I can't afford it and went with someone else? JoJo killed Dio Brando. Dio Brando is the original vampire dude from season 1 who was thought to be dead and comes back. Sorry, part 1, who was thought to be dead and comes back in part 3. Dio Brando is John Gallier's mentor, and that's his reason for wanting to snuff out the Joestar bloodline.
I don't really understand like why you would be like super good friends with a vampire. Maybe he was bullied because he was walking around the high school shower room looking like that.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be a real rough after football practice.
Two voices I noticed in this. A, Jotaro Kujo's voice is fucking awesome. And two voices that are very familiar to me. The guy who was John Gallier is Shoto from My Hero.
Mhm.
And Romeo's voice is Bakugo from My Hero. I noticed it when he
Always.
was screaming for her to help today. I know you're surprised that.
Wait, that guy screaming for no good reason? Weird.
All
So
right.
let's see. After this, it basically goes into a sort of like a dream sequence where they're trying to avoid getting shot. They're
Yeah.
not really. It's not really clear if you die in the dream, if you die in real life, but like a bunch of weird stuff happens. They realize they're in the dream. They wake up. They're in another dream. They wake up again. The guy who puts them in a dream has the power of being a bunch of pudding. He's kind of like dripping on them,
Yep.
but like no one, I don't know, like they're supposed to be like these really elite, like Joe father is supposed to be like a really elite fighter, but he just gets, I don't know how the goo gets him. Like they just kind of jump to it. It's kind of like in Naruto when like the best ninja in the whole village just gets caught in like a simple trap and Naruto has to save him.
From the male prison, John Gallier is trying to snipe out Jolene. Actually, both of the JoJos. And he's using this weird, well, it's his stand. Okay. Stands are the name of powers in this world. He's using that to be able to bounce bullets, like ricochet bullets, all the way from the other men's prison,
And he can
which is
also
pretty
like
wild.
he also has like motion detection. So when someone's being still, he can't detect them, but when they move, he gets like an outline of them,
Yeah.
which makes me question: how does he know where the fuck a wall is? Motion detection, I never understood. Like the dinosaur from Jurassic Park, like it walks around. It doesn't walk into buildings and trees, so it can see stuff. Yeah. So, but he anyway, he has Jurassic power. He has long ranged or close range because he's blind in person too. He has T-Rex vision. He kills the guard for some reason, but I thought he was paying the guard to help him because the guard starts like getting ready because the guard's about to beat the shit out of them. But no, that was a dream. I take it back. Never mind. I don't know. The guard was killed by the goo because he was in the room.
Yeah. So the whole thing turns out to be a dream. His stand isn't sniping, it's illusions, but also melting. So what happens is the end of episode 4, it turns out that everything that happened with Jolene after her dad comes and visits,
Mm-hmm.
everything that happened is an illusion. That's the end of episode 4. Jolene is stuck to the table with her dad across from her, stuck to the table, and the guard who she thought had died, who she watched get shot in the fucking head, is alive, and he's stuck to the ground.
Yeah, and I think we end episode 4 like, oh, is it like, are we still in a dream? Are we out of the dream yet?
So why don't we end it there, and we'll talk about 5 and 6 next time.
Next time. Doom, 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 doom. That's what I missed from the series. The only part of the original JoJo series I liked was that to be continued music.
Oh yeah.
And they got rid of that. That was you need to put that back in there. How much
Do
do
you
I
have
have to
any?
pay for like a fan cut where I have the right music?
I wonder if it'd be public. Maybe they just got a generic one. Maybe it's public. Coming soon with more JoJo and more other stuff too. I think we might see how Jujutsu Kaisen plays. All right, so we will catch you guys later.
Until next time.